Logs, working with containers, part 1. Okay, so we're in our general configurations. I'm going to go into our header and we're going to come here so we can work with a container. So first, I want to add a new container. So I'll click here. And next I want to come to our settings icon, which is right here. Alright, so it's going to bring you to this box here. Now the first thing you need to do is define a size for your container. So for example purposes, I'm going to put 500. This is measured in pixels. Alright, now you can change the background color here. So when we click here, we can drag to just about wherever we want. We have the color spectrum here. I'm just going to keep it really plain for now. Okay, now press OK and save. Alright, so now we see where our container is located. So let's go back into settings. And what I can also do is I can change this out for an image. So say I click on image, pull this down some, and you can either upload or choose one that you already have. I'll just choose this one here and double click. Alright, you can also change the background size. You can do 100% container cover. I'm going to choose 100% so it can cover the entire page. You can also choose to repeat the image, no repeat, or you can choose to make it horizontal or vertical, no repeat. Now you can also choose the background position. I'm just going to put it in the center. And background accessories, you can have it scroll, you can have it fixed. I'm going to select fix, OK, and then save. And then you'll see my image show up here in my container. Okay, so that was part 1. We'll go into further details and working with containers in another tutorial. Thank you. Working with containers, how to add content. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is come here to my settings, and just so we can see what we're working with, I'm going to go into my content, into general, and I'm going to change the background color to a bright red. It's okay, and save. Okay, and we'll see that a little bit later. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add some content into my container. So first I have to go here and add columns. So this is where you choose how you're going to divide up the content inside of your container. I'm going to go with 50-50. Exit out of here. Okay, now once I have my 2 boxes here, I can go and add content. So I'm going to go to this plus sign, and the first thing I want to add is an image. As you can see, we have other things you can add as well. We're going to work with images. Okay, and I'm going to click on the add image icon here. Now in this box that pops up, you can upload your own image, or you can choose one of the ones that you already uploaded yourself. I'm going to go here with the enterprise and double click to enter. Now you can also choose a display form. So right now there's none. You can make it a thumbnail. You can round the corners out, and if this image had a background, then you'll see the rounded corners on the background. And you can also make it a circle as well, so it looks more like a circle. Alright, so I'm going to click none. You can add a link, and you can also add the target to that link. So you can have it go to nothing, another tab, or open up in the same tab. Alright, this is where you can add a description if you need it. And you can slide this to change the image size. Really, really easy. And you can also choose to centralize it. Alright. Now another thing you can do here is change the title of the image. So when people roll over, it doesn't say image, it says something else. So, okay. And this is just to better organize the content on your blog as well. Alright, so I'm going to put enterprise. Right here is where you edit the box. We'll go into what this means in another tutorial. Alright, so for now we're just going to leave that blank and press continue. Now on my right hand side, I'm going to add more content and maybe another image. So first I want to go into my text editor so I can add some words, and I'll put something really generic here like welcome to my blog, and you will find answers to all of your internet needs. Okay, something very generic here. Alright, now I can change the plugin title. So instead of text editor, I could put top text, just for example. It's not a big deal. And again, with the boxes, another tutorial, okay? Now, press continue, and I have that here. Now, I also want to add maybe another image. So I'll come in an image, and maybe instead of just a regular image, I want to make a button, all right? So I have this button already loaded. Same information as the last image. Centralize it, and I can press continue. All right. So now we want to save so we can see our content. All right, there you go. You have your content here. Now, as you see up top, it's a little close here. It's not really centered inside. Now, if we want to do something to where we can see things a little bit better, content, going back into general, and I can change this back to black, and I can make this actually all transparent so it doesn't look so crazy with that red background. Come back here and press save. All right, so as far as the positioning of the elements, we'll go through that in another tutorial that has to do with the padding and the margins. All right, thank you, and I will talk to you later. With containers, margin, and padding. Okay, so in this tutorial, we're going to talk about the spacing of your containers and your elements inside of your container. All right, so first, let's come here to our settings on our container. Now, we have our height set here at 500. Just a side note, you don't have to have this here once you have content. It's going to keep the spacing. Okay, so we're going to come here and click on margin. All right, now the margin, this pertains to the spacing between your containers. So this is going to be the external spacing. So to show you this better, put 100 here. I'll put 100 here. Okay, press OK and press save so we can preview. And this shows you where the margins are. It's going to be outside 100 and 100 spacing from the next container. All right, so what I want to do now is go internal and kind of get rid of this for now. So I'll come back in to my margins, bring this back to 0, and make sure you press OK and save after you make a change to anything here. So I'm going to come back inside, go into our padding. Now the padding is going to be the internal spacing. This is going to space your elements from the borders of your container. All right, so to show you that, I'll do the same example again. 100 and 100, and 100 is about the middle. Press OK, and then press save here. And now you see your content is in the middle of your container, all right, or about 100 pixels down from the top and 100 pixels from the bottom. All right, so that is how you work with the spacing. Excuse me, and that is how you kind of center, move your elements around inside of your container to where you want. Now you can do the same thing with content, work with the margins, except with the content, the spacing is going to be relative to the box, not the other containers. All right, so it'll be the same exact process, just internal. All right, and that is how you work with spacing or margins and padding. I will talk to you in another tutorial.